Hi, this is Marcus Spitzmiller. I'm a member of the Enterprise Architecture team with Qlik. This is part 3 of a 3-part video series that talks about how to load test QlikSense applications with QlikSense's Scalability tool. Now in part 2 we ran the test. Now in part 3 we're analyzing the results, and we saw here that after having run that there's no errors, so we're going to go ahead and collect the results. The place to put the results are right here in this analyzer folder that we created in the first part. And when we zoom in here, there's a folder template that we'll use for each time we go ahead and create some results. So I'm going to grab this folder template, paste it right here, and then I'm going to call it test run 1. And then within this are some areas where we need to collect some logs. So I'll show you where to go grab these things. So on the first on the server here that's running QlikSense, we have the performance counters running from the test. I'm going to go ahead and stop those, and then I'm going to grab those performance counters from where they normally reside on the server, which is right here. And I'll go ahead and grab, looks like I'll grab these two here, the most recent ones here. In fact, I'm going to grab them all just to be safe. And I'm going to take those logs and I'm going to put them under server logs here because this is where they belong. This is where the analyzer app knows to look for them. So we'll copy those over. Okay, next what we're going to do is capture the specifications of the server itself that's running QlikSense. And to do that, we're going to come up 2 levels and open up this server meta fetcher QVW. If it doesn't already say so, you're going to punch in the machine name of the QlikSense server right here, and then you're going to hit fetch properties. After having done that, and it'll run for a minute, you can see that the specs of the machine is actually filled in, and what we'll do is we'll hit export server info. This creates a little server info.xml file right next to the server meta fetcher, and we're going to grab that and we're going to bring it into this test run 1 folder right here. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to come back to up 2 more levels, and we're going to grab the results from the analyzer, or from the scalability tool when it ran. It's in the results folder. It's got its date and time, and the test that we care about is this most recent one right here. I'll come up 2 levels. I'll go to the analyzer folder, test run 1, and then I'm going to put that in the exerciser folder here. Okay, so we've grabbed everything we need. We've got the scalability tool logs, we've got the performance counters from the QlikSense server, and right here we've also got the specs of the QlikSense server itself. Now what we want to do is produce the file that actually presents the results. To do that, I'm going to come into my QVD generator, and I'm going to, in my folder, I'm going to point to the folder that we're running the test in, and then I'm going to set the time zone that is in line with the time zone of the server. Now it's already Eastern time here, so I'll leave it, and then I'm going to hit reload. And what this is going to do is produce the QVDs that are coming from the server specs and the log files and the performance counters. And then one final step, and we'll be done. Okay, now this text box here reports on all the files that it found, and it produced QVDs for all of these. So the last step that we want to do is we're going to actually pull in those QVDs to an analyzer app. Now the download that we unzipped a while back comes with this demo file. I'm going to copy that and I'll rename it to test run 1, and I'll open that up, and this is the file that's going to report all the results back. Now I want to point to that test run 1 folder that we've collected all the QVDs in now, and what we can do is hit reload. And we're done. If I come to the main tab, I can see the test here listed in this list box. There's only one. If there were many, there would be many listed here. I can see how busy the engine was, average response times, and across the bottom here are time trends of CPU and RAM utilization across the test. When I look at across the top here, I like looking at the assertions tab to make sure that there's no errors. I like looking at the response time tab so you can see the average response time for the test. And then on the extras tab, I like looking at the response time distribution chart as well, because this shows a real nice box plot of the different response times per selection that was made during the test. There's a whole lot more here, and in the end I'd like you to take a look at all the charts because they're all very valuable. But this 3-part video series showed you how to set up the scalability tool, define and execute a test, and finally analyze the results. Thanks.